will open the just for a few questions, 2 or 3 questions. If there is some clarification in the room, you can ask your question. You can ask for mic and present yourself and ask for the clarification if there is a need. From my side, I have 2 questions. One to Mr. Korker from Egypt, and the other one for Marco and maybe for Rafael. In your draft mechanism or project mechanism for residential sector, you spoke about two instruments: 20% financial support as grant, and the second one is the loan, 80% loan. I would like to ask you what is the impact of the 20% support, direct support or capital cost subsidy on the payback period, on the profitability of the end user, and what is the interest rate already applicable for this kind of loan in the Egyptian banking system. The other question to Mark and to Rafael, do we need to support obligation by mechanisms in our context? Because I heard that in Egypt there is already an ordinance, an obligation from the 19th. And in Tunisia, there is also an obligation for the public sector. There is some obligation to use solar in all the public building, new building already or to be implemented or to be realized. These 2 kind of examples need to be analyzed. The obligation is there, but it is not very applicable. It is not enough applicable. What is the problems? And I think that there is a need to support obligation by other instruments or by other mechanisms. Mr. Koch.
Yes, actually, thank you very much. Actually, the objective of the subsidy is to overcome the barrier of the high interest rate existing at the banks, local banks in Egypt. So if you make such subsidy at 20%, this will reduce the interest rate almost 50%. What I'm assuming actually is the interest rate about 9%. By implementing the subsidy, it will be reduced to about 5 or 4.5%. So this is the main objective of the interest rate. And concerning the payback period, as I mentioned in my presentation, in the first case, which is 9%, it will be about more than 8 years, but it is about 4 years if we reduce the interest rate. And actually, here we are assuming that there is no any tax, any tax in the initial cost of the solar water heaters, like the custom duties and the sales tax, because actually the Minister of Finance is imposing custom duties and other types of taxes, which account for about not less than 20% of the total initial cost of the solar water heaters.
Please.